So that's a story on Zomato. Another space which has really been very sweet for investors. Please pardon the afternoon pun. Has been sugar stocks. But Mahima is joining us for more on this. Mahima, any particular reason why sugar stocks are running up? Once again, we already had the initial reaction to the ethanol targets by 2025, etc. But what's happening today?
Right, Tamana. So the possible reason for sugar stocks buzzing today could be, the NCP leader Sharad Pawar on Tuesday has written to Prime Minister Narendra Modi saying that, there should be a lift on ban of sugar exports and that relaxation on limits of ethanol blending should take place. He said that the central government has taken many decisions against farmers. He's saying that if the ban on exports gets lifted up, farmers will get a better price for their sugar. And he's saying on one hand, the central government is ensuring that farmers get lower prices, while on the other hand, input costs of agriculture have increased. So from both the sides of supply chain, farmers are taking a hit. And because of this, a lot of sugar stocks have been buzzing in trade today. Like EID Parry did touch an intraday high of 9.7%. Triveni Engineering touched an intraday high of 11%. Sri Renuka Sugar touched an intraday high of 9%. And all of these sugar stocks combined, EID Parry, Renuka, Triveni Engineering, Dalmia Bharat, Balrampur Chini Mills, have seen a run up anywhere between 12% to 25% in the past 1 month. Now, in terms of valuations, EID Parry has the least valuation of 15.8 times PE. Stocks like Triveni Engineering and Balrampur Chini have PE of 19 and 16 respectively, and Dalmia Bharat is a bit expensive stock in the sugar space, which has a PE of 42 times. So, this could be a possible reason as to why the sugar stocks are buzzing in trade today.
All right, Mahima, thank you so much for getting us all those updates when it comes to the sugar sector. Sudeep, let me take this one up with you. The expectation is that in the next sugar year, production is expected to drop by around 10%. Under those circumstances, there are requests to the government of allowing exports. Of course, if we do allow exports, that will mean even lower supply in the domestic markets, and on the back of that, we could potentially see higher prices for sugar, even higher prices for sugar. What's your take on this, and how does that play out going forward, Sudeep?
I think it's a very tricky situation. The current demand for export is on the back of the fact that there were massive floods in Brazil, and a lot of crop damage has happened there. So international sugar prices are hardening and expected to harden even further. So I think the request for allowing export is on the back of that. Ethanol blending limit relaxation is also on the back of that. So I think it's a very volatile situation. Government will have to keep in mind the inflation and consequences of that. And because if the sugar prices are allowed to go up based on shortage of supply, I think that will be not good for Indian economy. But I think somewhere it has to strike a balance between the realization of the farmers as well as the requirement of keeping the sugar prices under control. So that balancing act has to be done carefully by the government. Fundamentally, I think, if from a long-term point of view, we like the sugar stocks. Ethanol blending limit increase has been a structural change for the industry, and that's going to help the industry in the long term. Shortages and crop shortages here and there, floods here and there are temporary events which lead to spurt in demand and prices in the global markets. But structural change is the ethanol blending piece, and we have to keep that in mind, and that will help the sugar industry in India.
Brijesh, if I were to ask you about a Sri Renuka and EID Parry and all of that, how would you look at those?
Triveni, EID Parry and Renuka, if I consider all the three, then EID Parry and Renuka look promising. EID Parry, if I talk about a nice volume breakout has been seen if I consider all the three. Stock today had a bullish candlestick formation already been there and is trading near the day high. 775 would be the level to watch. If it's hold on this level, then the next level to watch on the higher side would be 890 followed by 940 mark. Still steam is been left in EID Parry. If I talk about Renuka Sugar, then 51 rupees 30 paisa has been quoting. So till stock doesn't breaks 48 level, the next level on the higher side would be 56 marks. 56 is a tough resistance. We can see if it gives closing above 56, then we can see a change reversal, and then stock can jump towards the level of 65 to 68. So immediately 56 would be the level to watch with the support or a stop loss of 48 rupees. And Triveni, if I consider, then the Triveni has been trading above the previous week high, and it has a support at 395, resistance line at 450 to 455. But as I said, if I consider all the three, then EID Paris chart is much more promising as compared to all the three been there.